Hi folks, so got my new Shoei helmet, got my old helmet, and my motovlogging setup on this helmet. And let me just kind of go over that with you because I know a lot of folks do it different ways. And I'll just show you what has worked for me. You know, I really started off with this Sena 10c, which I love this thing. You know, not only, and most importantly, can I communicate with Mrs. Bodine on the back of the bike, but with other friends that also have Senas and other devices that we're riding with to have a group call. I'll tell you what, if you're riding on your motorcycle with your significant other or with friends and your communication is at red lights, this will change riding for you and the enjoyment, I will tell you. I love this thing. Does video, does audio. 90% of my videos are with this Sena 10c. So, that being said, I also transitioned into having a second setup, which was a GoPro 7. Now, I would love to show you the GoPro 7 on the front of the helmet, but I'm videotaping with the GoPro 7. So let me at least explain to you how I do that. By the way, the Sena 10c, 2 speakers inside and a microphone. So I bought the GoPro 7 because of the image stabilization, and the picture is crystal clear. The 10c is good, but I got to tell you what, this GoPro 7 is fantastic. Now, I will tell you that I've had multiple problems with the mic on the GoPro 7. I know some of you may say, I don't know what the problem is, dude, I got it. But there are many folks that were challenged. So the simple part of that is to get the GoPro 7 to work, I used to have a Hero 4, and that mic no longer works. I tried it originally when people were playing it back. They got it in mono, not in stereo. So if they were on their earbuds on their phone listening to my video, they could only hear out of one ear. That's not good, right? So I quickly learned that you need to buy this, I like to call it the GoPro tax, but it's really a mic adapter that goes into the side of the GoPro 7. And this actually plugs in here, right? The GoPro is on my chin, and a lot of times I will run both of these, or I have been running both of these, especially while I'm getting the GoPro 7 ironed out. Never really have felt comfortable. You probably can't see it in there, but right now I have 2 mics in there. The Sena 10c is mic'd in. I actually just don't have that plugged right now. And that's been mic'd in since the beginning. I have bought a new one for the GoPro 7, but I got to tell you what, I simply don't like it. It's flat out too much of a pain in the rear end. So I am going to stop using audio. I've kind of had enough from the GoPro 7. So this adapter, as I move off of this helmet onto my new one, is going to go away, right? So what my plans are is to video with the GoPro 7, and I will also video, even though I won't use it, and audio from the Sena 10c, because you really have to do both of those. You know, one of the other challenges, though, if you're just using the GoPro 7 and you're riding with folks, and or you have your significant other on the bike, you can't hear them. And that's part of, from my perspective, when I'm riding with Mrs. Bodine, I want you guys all to be able to hear the goofy conversations that we have. So the plan is to first get the Sena 10c, that's my rock, get that onto the new helmet, and then just basically set up the mount for the GoPro 7 again, which I'm videotaping on. You can see that I have this chin mounted, and this is where the air goes through on this helmet, and like it. I think it's a good view. The challenge is on my new Shoei. You can see it goes all the way down here. So I'm gonna have to figure out something else. I have bought you know, a contraption, if you will, that really just goes on the side and will come around. But as soon as I get that installed, I will definitely bring that to you and show you. So let me get at it. All right, so have the Sena 10c on to the new helmet. Wired in pretty good. There are a couple places. I'm not sure you could see it in there. Let's see if we can get you a little bit of light. There is places for the speakers in there. Had to just put a little Velcro on the back of those things just to make sure that they sat in there properly. You can see that we have the mic right down here, so that's in good shape. The other ear in. The one thing that was different that I did have to do is I have used this device for the Sena that the camera actually clips onto. And let me just show you that real quick here. Unplugging it will help. So this just kind of goes up into the helmet, and then this slides down on it. Has a couple screws you can kind of tighten in. And I had this on my old helmet. It's a little tight on this helmet. So when you get the Sena 10c, it also gives you these stick-ons. Well, I'm not super excited about them. I'll tell you, this thing's on here pretty tight. Actually, in hindsight, I wish I just had this because it's really pretty easy on and off. Doesn't really mar up the hell out of the helmet, so I like that as well. So we'll put this back in the box. Actually, I'm doing a trip to the Hatfield and McCoy, West Virginia mountains here at the beginning of April, and I'm going to probably put this on my helmet that I use for quads. So we're going to keep that. So we are pretty set up. I tested it out. Works actually fantastic. Extremely happy with it. Sounds great. I actually did a test real quick just to see if that works. So let's run that. Is that working? Okay. All right. So next thing I need to do is figure out how I get the GoPro 7 on the helmet. All right, so have to do a little bit different because I normally mount the GoPro 7 in the front. Obviously can't do that with this Shoei helmet, so I'm gonna need to mount it on the side here. I already have a side view. I definitely like the front view. It lets, in my opinion, the viewer look with your head. You get to see a lot of sights better. You get to see other bikes coming by you better. I just like it that way. So I knew that was going to be the case. So I actually ordered this setup off of Amazon. I guess it's from Shoei. Definitely not from GoPro because the price on the GoPro stuff is just ridiculous, and I have a tub of it that just won't fit this helmet. So I did order this at the advice of a buddy, and man, they give you a ton of stuff in here. You can see all these extra stickies. You know, this is actually a wrench to get it tight on, turned down good. Just a bunch of extra stuff, man, and it's well, super cheap, right? Of course it's cheap. It's Japanese stuff, but I'll tell you what, it worked. I think it's going to work good. So one of the things, the reason that I got it is it does come with this device, right? And you can make these multiple ways, but the intent is for it to go on the side of the helmet here and then turn in front, right? So that way I can have pretty much the GoPro on the front going forward. While it's not exactly centered, you'll never be able to tell that. So I'm going to throw that on real quick, put the GoPro on it, and let's see what it looks like. And then we'll do a full setup of what my new helmet looks like. And if it's ready for vlogging, here we go. Okay, got both devices on. The Sena 10c is on. Hopefully that angle is okay, as well as the GoPro. I don't always use the GoPro, but sometimes I do. So this is what we look like in the new helmet. I think I like everything. We'll run a couple tests and see how it looks from there. So, you know, I think the last thing I did want to share with you guys is I did get this, a Wi-Fi remote. And the idea of this is it's going to be able to tell me when the GoPro, because obviously I can't see when I'm riding, is on. I'll probably put that on my bike somewhere so I can control that. And that's basically how I do my setup. I'm looking forward to the new helmet. I'll let you know how that works out when I'm riding it, and then make sure that the video works as I would expect it to. So thanks for checking in. Hopefully this helped a little bit, and this is how I do it. Thanks, folks. This is Bodine52 checking out. Hey, please make sure, be safe on and off the motorcycle. Bye-bye.